Hello, I'm Dallas Blaney, and I'm the Executive Director of Challenge America. We're a national nonprofit that leverages technology and the creative arts to improve the lives of veterans and their families. I'm here today to talk to you about the maker movement. And this is what it looks like to be a maker. It's not about products, it's about people. As any experienced maker will tell you, the key to making a good product is to learn about the user's needs. I'm talking about the maker movement because I'm on a mission to convert all of you into makers. And if you're already a maker, I want you to join my crusade to grow the maker movement. This is a big ask, I know, but if ever there was an audience that was receptive to this appeal, it's this one. After all, we're all optimists. We're all here because we believe in the power of innovation to improve the lives of veterans and their families. And if ever there was a moment to make the case for innovation, it's now. I know many of you have worked as innovators for years and perhaps decades, but at Challenge America, we're more recent converts to the maker movement, yet we're determined to make up for lost time. We took our first tentative steps in this direction in the spring of 2018, when we led a group of injured U.S. veterans to Tel Aviv to participate in a technology development competition. It was a truly amazing experience that opened our eyes to the possibility of using the maker movement to advance our mission. We literally decided on the plane ride home that we were going all in on innovation. By the spring of 2019, all of the pieces were in place to launch our first Makers for Veterans program, and it was an overwhelming success. So much so that we decided to host a second program in the fall. Over the course of these two programs, we were successful in generating 17 working prototype solutions, 4 of which qualified for provisional patents. The formula for our program was fairly simple. We asked veterans what they need, then recruited the people with the skill to make solutions. As it turned out, the veterans were the key to our success. Not only did they share their challenges, but they joined the maker teams, offering the makers continuous feedback that proved helpful in keeping everyone on task and speeding up the design iteration process. As you will see, in the course of doing this work, the makers forged a bond with the veterans, and the veterans felt a sense of empowerment that was simply difficult to put into words. Listen to a few of the stories from our makers and participants.
Mike Trace, Balanced Innovation Design, Team Chris. Chris has pain and weakness on the left side, walks with a cane right now, and has a child on the way. He wants to be part of her life, and being part of her life is down on the ground playing with her. So what we're working on is getting him up, actually down, then back up safely and confidently. In working with them, I made a friend. I thought we were just gonna get together and do this thing, but really did make a friend. And in talking to him, it's like just the fact that people are here for them. Like he's like, I don't care if anything happens, if we get anything out of this. It's just that 8 people showed up and they care.
Other veterans who are thinking about trying to do something with Canvas, what would you want them to know?
If they're presented with the opportunity, go for it. These are incredible teams of people that come together, volunteer their time to help them, make their life better, give them some hope, and there's no reason to tell them no.
Through all of this, we learned a number of lessons, not the least of which is that you don't have to be an engineer or software programmer to innovate. In fact, many of our makers lacked any formal training in these areas, yet some of these non-technical folks made the most valuable contributions to their teams. These included high school students, administrative assistants, seamstresses, and carpenters. Needless to say, we rolled into 2020 with big plans to build on our success, but like all of you, we quickly encountered the hard and cold reality of COVID-19. Because the Makers for Veterans program included a significant number of in-person meetings with a vulnerable population, it was hard to imagine a way forward. It was at this moment that our friends at the Innovation Ecosystem asked if we would join them in developing solutions for essential workers responding to COVID-19. The VA had activated its 4th mission, which allows it to respond to civilian needs during a national crisis. Within 3 weeks of deciding on this direction, we launched our first program. Like everyone else, we pivoted, changing the format from an in-person program to a virtual one. No longer limited by geography, we suddenly had an influx of participants from every walk of life and from several countries. More than 350 participants, in fact, have joined us over the course of 5 programs, virtually a program every month. These efforts generated 45 working prototypes, more than 25 of which are undergoing further development. 11 prototypes are undergoing pilot testing in VA facilities across the country, and there are plans to test several more. Looking back, I see that the key to success was the diversity of our program participants. Although many of our makers played traditional roles as engineers and designers, a significant minority hailed from less conventional backgrounds, and for most of these, their participation in the program was their first innovation experience. For example, our last challenge featured a team comprised entirely of women veterans, all of whom were first-time makers. In every instance, the first-timers made valuable contributions, and without exception, all said they looked forward to participating in future maker challenges. If there's one thing we learned through this experience, it's that we need the maker community now more than ever. However, this community is still too small and, frankly, too exhausted at this point to meet all of these challenges on its own. We need more makers. So if you have never thought of yourself as a maker, now is your opportunity to join the movement. Check out the VHA Innovation Ecosystem website to find a maker opportunity near you. If you're already a maker, invite your friends or colleagues to join you in a maker challenge. If you're an employer, encourage your employees to get involved and support them when they do. The uncertainty spawned by COVID-19 will not go away anytime soon. We will need all hands on deck if we're going to remain resilient in the face of the many challenges to come. Thank you.